Whatever, we're going live. Hi guys, I'm Alex. I'm part of the Call to Action crew, and I'm reacting to a match that just happened the other day, and it's making me a little anxious to watch it. It's been very difficult to avoid it on the socials, up on the Twitters and the Tweetums and on the Facebookers. So I'm kind of curious to see how this is kind of going to go down. Okay, so I'm going to be reacting to Laura Kelly up against Sean Sullivan in the next match in the Star Wars tournament. So what do we know about these fine people? So Laura Kelly, she is also known as the Luminous or Knock 'em Dead. I can't remember what her nickname is, but she is from Korruption, you know, Shannon Barney, obviously. And she's very vocal about how much she is in love with her Star Wars competitor, with this person on her team. So yes, Lucas, I am reacting by myself. Apparently, this is going to be the thing now. And yeah, so what are you going to do? But yeah, so she's going to be going up against Sean Sullivan of the Den. And I do know that Grace and must say not only Grace, but also Kate, they've been very vocal about their support of Sean as well. You know, not to mention his Schmoedown wife, Jilly, you know, is pretty phenomenal. She's helping him train. So I'm pretty excited to see this go down. So we can't really talk about Sean without bringing up his first match. That was up against Adam Witt, right? Now, the thing is with that match in particular, you know, I feel bad because I don't feel like we can really talk about, yes, lights out. Thank you, Danny. But thing is, he found out that he was going to be in that match like that day. He had no idea. He wasn't actively training. So thankfully he was able to compete as well as he did. But, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, going into this one, he has one of the hardest competitors out there. But, you know, Christian's probably like, you know what? You can handle it. I got trust in you. So, you know what? I feel a little, there's not much going on my face, on my facial muscles right now. So I guess I'm going to be putting on some lipstick or something. Guys, you want to help me put on some lipstick? I'll let you all decide. What should I wear? What should I wear? I'm going to try this one. I don't know what it is. Let's try it. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Should I wear this one? Tell me. Should I wear this one? Maybe. Maybe not. What if I did this for the rest of the day? For the rest of the reaction? Cute, right? I think so. No? All right. All right. I know. All right, guys. Calm down. I know I'm cute right now, obviously. I'm just gorgeous right now. Whew. I'll move on to another one. So, Velvet Muse. I don't want to wear that one. Screw it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to wear a ribbon, maybe. Yeah. What's one ribbon? Yeah. I know, it's Video Drew. Only I'm calling inside the lines, so to speak. So, that looks fine. All right, let's just go ahead and get to it. Today has been a slightly boring day. In my case, I've had a headache on and off all day, so please be kind and gentle with me. I would appreciate it for sure. All right, you know, I got the thing pulled up. So, predictions real quickly. Please don't spoil anything in the chat, but my predictions is Laura Kelly, to be honest, if I had to put money on it, but I would love it. But I also wouldn't be surprised if also Sean was somehow able to really kind of pull it off, considering. Okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah, not going to do this. Definitely not going to do this. Whammy! Let's just do that. How's that sound? Woo! This is weird. Let me see if I can turn that up more. Can I turn this up more? Because I need to. Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep. Okay. Now, as y'all know, I'm not a huge Star Wars person. I'm not the wars, but the stars and the spaceums. But By golly, are they some of the best matches we have. Excuse me. Taking care of business. Ah! Mm-hmm. Wait, what? Did Lucas just call me? I can't tell. I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Hey, your video doesn't have sound.
What? What?
There's no
What?
sound coming through on the video.
No sound is coming through on the video? Ugh. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Dwayne. I'm brilliant, guys. I'm brilliant. I have my moments of greatness, so I'm going to share that audio. Even better. Whammy! Can you hear it now?
Shaw. She went up against
Is that better,
Andrew
guys? Give me a thumbs up,
Demolata,
maybe,
just to
maybe
name a
not.
few,
Huh?
in her opening match at Star Wars Celebration, and
Is that better?
nobody knew
Is that
who
good?
she was. Well,
Yeah,
everybody
maybe.
knew who she was by
I
the end
don't
of that
know.
match. She then followed up by beating Andrew Demolata and was the only person at the Schmoedown Spectacular that did not get knocked out. She went toe-to-toe with Alex Damon and just missed out on
screw
being
him,
the Star Wars
Shaw!
champion. So
By
she's here
1
to play.
point.
She's the heavy favorite. going
Schnikes,
into
one
this
flipping
thing.
point.
Yeah, that's right, Christian. I mean, I remember everybody buzzing at Star Wars Celebration in Chicago talking about Laura Kelly, and I wasn't at the match, didn't get a chance to witness really any of the greatness that we saw from some new competitors. And then Laura comes in, she's confident, she's drinking champagne pre, during, after the match, and she feels good about her Star Wars knowledge. You look at Sean Sullivan for a minute, I thought
want
he was
champagne.
the janitor at
Champagne's on
Collider.
some
He was just always there.
dope.
I had no idea. Then I was like, the guy's got a nice beard. I'll give him that. And boy, does he know a lot about a galaxy far, far away, as it turns out. So, I mean, look, this is just the first official match, minus the play-in game, which was also spectacular. They were doing live here on Twitch, and I am so excited to get things going. You know that I love Star Wars, but what I love more is asking Star Wars questions that I have no idea in hell what the answer is. That's when you know that the competitors are top-notch.
Now, I will say that there's so much riding on this match, because if you look at the current standings today, Mark, this is where we stand. The Finstock Exchange has been in the lead since the very first event in New York. Once that event was all over, they held the lead. They haven't lost it since.
Potentially moving up to
Swag, because of the reversal
second.
and because of the TKO victory in the play-in match, Swag has sole possession of second place right now. However, if Sean Sullivan can get a win, if he just wins and gets the 3 points, they're back in second. If somehow he can knock out Laura Kelly for the first time, the Finstock Exchange will be tied with someone, and that will be the Den for first place. Now, on the other side of that coin, you got Korruption. Korruption is having a very, very hard year thus far. They have 2 points at the moment. Now, if Laura Kelly can win three points, they'll be in sixth place. Now, if they can get a knockout, they'll be tied for fourth and fifth. That's how big of a match this is for Korruption. 3 points or 4 points riding on Laura Kelly at the moment right now. So that's how important the faction standings are at the moment, Mark.
It's so fun to do this live on Twitch too, because we're going to have real live time, updates with the standings, with what's going on with the factions. Obviously we have managers, and the competitors, of course, are here representing. So it's a packed green room right now, Christian. I don't know where you want to start as far as competitor or manager, but you know that there's going to be some fire thrown between these two factions.
There already
there
has.
absolutely is. You can already look at everything that's been going down with Grace and Kate and Shannon firing off at one another. Now that I was expecting. And then
Of
Sean
course, of
Sullivan, who's
course.
been mouthy on a lot of these podcasts, maybe a little too mouthy for somebody who's just 1-0 and brand new into the season. But hey, I'll give it to him. It's fine. I wasn't that surprised that I heard him. What I was surprised about was this new attitude by Lights Out Laura Kelly. Not only
right?
was she confident in her promo, believed every second of it. And to be quite honest, it scared the hell out of me, and I locked my
loved it.
doors.
I was like, Laura,
It's
my lady,
a different
I'm into
version of
this.
Laura Kelly that the folks are going to get to see here today. And with Sean Sullivan, look, you can say 1-0, but you can also say that he's earned his way here. I mean, it's not an easy thing for either one of these people to come from various backgrounds and to get into the Schmoedown family. But now that they're here, Christian, they made a name for themselves. And like you said before, even though the records may not reflect it yet, I think that at least one of them is going to advance in this tournament, but both are going to establish to the world, and especially to all of our followers on Twitch, that they are here to stay.
All right, so listen, we talked about the big promos. We talked about all the hype. We talked about all the social media stuff. We're going to show you exactly how we got here right now.
Level 2 trading. Does it take so little for him to become manager of the year? Calm down, my dude. Calm down. If Ken somehow becomes Star Wars champion, that's a whole other conversation. But
Sean did well earlier this year, but I think that Laura Kelly's a monster.
And your voluminous Laura Kelly.
okay, so would Laura, with her new identity, be a Jedi, or would she be a Sith Lord? That's a question I want answered.
It's a shame that you got stuck with the worst team in this entire league. I love that you think that you're ready to sit at the big kids table, but this is my house.
As far as I'm concerned, the Luminess is dead. But Lights Out, Laura Kelly, she didn't come back to make nice.
Feels good to be, feels good to be, feels good to be a little bit bad. Feels good to be, feels good to be, feels good to be a little bit bad.
What's going on, Schmoedown fans? Here we are, Star Wars tournament.
Sean, Johnny, no, we're heels. Gotta be mean our body.
Love it.
First round of the Star Wars tournament. All the nerds over on the Facebook page are convinced. You're gonna steamroll right through me.
I think the people that are competing right now aren't that good. Dimolanta, Knapsack, Kelly, whoever wants me, I'll take them.
Did you know all of the answers at the spectacular while you were sitting in the audience, twiddling your thumbs with no pressure?
Oh my gosh, she was amazing at Spectacular.
Call signs when you take me on.
You know what I love about Sean Sullivan? He's the best competitor in the league. He knows everything about Star Wars. He knows names, he knows planets. Sean Sullivan is a Sith Lord, and he's going to beat you.
Sean missed you.
Oh man, I miss her so much.
You know how many round 1 questions I've missed in my 3 matches?
0.
This is gonna be the last match for you in the Star Wars tournament. Kate and I make a great
Pop up that leg, girl. Did she do some river dancing or something back in the day? I don't know.
Mess in this match, you're gonna need to clean up after.
Love me some Lysol wipes. You're last year's news. It's lights out for you.
Who the hell do you think you are? Everybody knows that you're nothing more than a fangirl who annoyed Harloff long enough that he just threw you in the draft, and lucky for you, Kate Mulligan was stupid enough to pick you up.
Sean
You
is
bet.
not a barrier on my road to another match with the demon.
But Sean, he's like
But I am
fantastic. I love Sean, and I love Laura. They're
He's
both
about to get kicked into
wonderful
the sewer.
people. We've had them both on different episodes of C2A. Ah! Man, I want to take a shot with those ladies. Can I buy more shots? Sorry about my dancing skills, my lack of dancing skills.
All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got goosebumps.
So good.
You know me well enough to know that if I attempted that stunt with the shots, I probably would be still coughing right now.
It's
Eddie
it's
in the chat room
magic.
said it best.
It's
He
magic,
said
Lucas.
these Schmoedown promos have been fire recently, and the Rancor's share of that praise goes right to Nerd Chronic. Thank you so much, Eric. He's as tough as a Rancor, but he's a lot prettier.
He's the best. And what it also showed, it showed how much both these competitors really want it. It shows how bad both factions really want it. They've been going at it. They have been, it has been really, really vicious. Look at the current, the bracket as you see it today, Mark, before we move on here. This is the tournament. As we have our first match here with Laura Kelly and Sean Sullivan, then Ken Knapsack will be battling Andres Cabrera. Now that we know that for sure, Joseph Scrimshaw taking on Demolanta. And
I
Molly
honestly
Damon
feel though,
taking
looking
on
at this
Adam
match,
Whip.
I'm going to
And here
pause
we
it
are
for a
with Kelly
hot
and
second.
Sullivan there. This is.
I'm going to pause this for a hot second. Now, looking at this match, looking at this bracket, correction. Honestly, like I mentioned, if I had to put money on it, it's going to be Laura Kelly today. But I know for a fact she can beat both Ken and Ace. So I feel like if she beats Sean, she's definitely going to be in the finals. That's for sure. I feel like that's a given. But yeah, it's the rest of the bracket. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. Something tells me Andrew Demolanta is definitely going to come through against Scrimshaw, honestly. So, and I think it's between Molly Damon and Scrimshaw. Sorry, Molly Damon and Demolanta. And that's for that quarterfinal, and I don't know how I feel about the rest of that now. It's just too hard. I don't like making decisions. I'm just gonna unpause it and just start reacting again.
Is the match. This is the one that we want to see here today, Mark. And I'm ready to look. We saw the managers going at it. I think it's time to bring in the managers. I think it's time to hear them. I mean, look, like you said, you warned them not to talk over each other. I don't know. I can guarantee we know the history between Grace and Shannon. They were, I guess, friends at one point. Grace was very disrespectful with Shannon at live events.
That's what I'm low-key kind of hoping for. That would be pretty fantastic.
And then you have Shannon, who always thought that she was the rightful leader of Korruption and always thought that Grace didn't do anything while she was at Korruption. So I'm sure that they have their beef, and that Shannon and Kate have it. So this is going to be something. I don't know if you and I are going to be able to talk here, because this is going to be. I don't know if I want to. I want to watch this.
Hey, I'm throwing the Beetlejuice metal in my mouth, and I'm putting the zipper on yours. So let's let these managers have their day.
All right, let's start with the Queen of Korruption.
Woo!
Shannon Barney is here. Shannon, are you ready to bring in your arch rivals? Well, here we go. Grace Hancock, and there we go with Kate Mulligan. Shannon, what are you doing over there?
I can tell that the den is in the house because it reeks of thrush and cat piss.
Oh, wow.
That's so weird, because you're actually at your house.
Well,
don't overthink it. I know it's hard for you.
I'm just saying. That sounds like you got a problem in your house, pal.
All right, Grace. Look, this is a big match. You said it in your promo about Sullivan
Mike,
and
hanging out in the back.
how
I see
Sullivan
you.
is the best Star Wars competitor that we have. Is what you say. What words would you like to say to Shannon? I know you guys have your history. Is there still bad blood, or how are you feeling?
No, not at all. I always love seeing Shannon, because she really I get such a good laugh out of her. She's like that fun, rowdy little niece that I occasionally get to babysit, and I always just really get a laugh out of it. And I wish that I could give her the same satisfaction.
Just saying,
she just couldn't.
That eyeliner is so on point right now, and I am very intensely jealous. Intensely.
Oh,
oh God. Shannon, I'm back to your house smelling like cat piss. I'm just really confused, because you got a dog running around in the back with Kalinowski, and it's barking. So why is your dog pissing cat piss? Anyway,
Kate,
I brought something.
Any dumber? Jesus Christ!
What's that?
Well, that's just I keep hearing that Laura's going to turn the lights out, so I figured sounds dangerous. I'm going to go ahead and
the smartest thing you've done so far. Good job. Good call.
All right,
lights out.
All right, listen.
Good luck.
Let's start here with Shannon. I got to ask you before we
that's
move on to
fantastic.
from the circus. I will ask you, Korruption. down now. You're in last place. You have 2 points here. How big of a victory would this be for you and Lights Out Laura Kelly?
Yeah, we get it. We understand. We have 2 points. Let's beat that point home more. It doesn't matter. Laura's going to win this thing, and it's going to be great. Yeah, we need the points, and we're here to get them. So what else would you like me to say about that?
All right, fair enough.
Eloquent as always.
All right, Kate, you guys, should you win here today, both Kate and Grace, you take sole possession of second place. If Sean Sullivan can pull a knockout here, you tie first place.
Ooh.
How you feeling?
We're always feeling great. Hello, I leave Korruption, and then look what happens to it. What are the common denominators here, Shannon? We're not worried today. Kate and I are never worried.
Kate?
Yeah, Sean's not worried either. Sean was sitting cool as a cucumber. This kid, he eats, lark.
Cold as a cucumber. I mean,
But you know what?
Yeah.
Honestly, just at the end of the day, let's see who's got the winning faction. Let's see who's got the winning points today. You know what I mean?
Lipstick is the real champion of the day. Let's just hear that one out.
Grace and Kate, going to put you in the I want to say timeout, but I'm not going to say that. I'll put you in the waiting room here. But that's exactly what I thought we were going to see, Mark. It's about that time, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, look, if somebody's smelling cat pee, or Kate Mulligan's been digging in the prop room from Ghostbusters 2, there's just so many storylines between the managers, between the factions, and now is one of my favorite times of a match, because all of that.
Yes, I did actually mention it. The little doggo running around with Mike Shorts.
The competitors themselves with heads packed full.
Oh,
of
heads up,
galaxy
guys! Please feel free to send in a Streamlabs in the description below. That'll be much
on two
appreciated.
things only, Christian. One, we're excited for Star Wars content. Two, I really need to have my Barbario.
That way we can do a little Q&A real quick towards the end.
It's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Oh.
Introducing first. Representing The Den.
Now, I know a lot of people are talking about how
one win.
R&B could be manager of the year, or maybe
Star Wars
Winston
division.
I think Kate has a legitimate claim to potential manager of the year at this point.
Sullivan. Sean the Saint Sullivan, there he is, drinking apple juice, hopefully. All right.
Yeah.
Dude, big match here, my brother. This is big stuff. How are you? How you feeling?
Yeah, they keep telling me this is an important match. I'm here, so ready to go.
All right, now look, I appreciate the cool kind of cockiness, but no hesitation, no kind of intimidation going up against someone like Laura Kelly.
No, she's no scarier than anyone else in this bracket.
Okay,
Let's be honest.
you said that.
Everyone here can bring their stuff.
All right, so Sean, you seem very prepared and very confident, but if we're not worried about the opponent, let me just ask you, what has the preparation been like for the Star Wars tournament?
Intense.
Rewatching the movies? Do you have a big study guide? What is the Sullivan, the Saint method?
Well, that's a trade secret, Mark. I can't share that.
This guy's wise beyond his record, Christian.
He is. Well, I mean, again, Sean, this is a big match for you, big match for the Den. Looking to obviously either take sole possession of second place, or should the unthinkable happen, you guys could be tied for first place with the Finstock Exchange. Pressure?
Not really.
All right, fair enough. All right, Sean. Well, I'm going to put you in the waiting
Poor
room
guy.
at the
I
moment.
bet he's actually like super duper.
That was much easier than the match.
Super duper
I know.
booper mover.
And
Nervous.
his opponent.
I know I would be. Let's be honest. Who wouldn't? That sounds like monks in the mountains or something. That'd be an interesting. That'd be an interesting sound for Korruption. All things
Representing.
considered. No, I will not be playing
Korruption.
along, you doofus. Obviously not.
With a record of
Oh, there it is. Okay.
1 win, 2 defeats in the Star Wars division. she is Laura Lights Out Kelly. Laura Lights Out
I
Kelly
beg to
is
differ,
here.
Will.
Laura, oh my God.
Oh, yes,
awesome.
Laura.
I got to tell you, that's impressive.
Lady, yes.
Laura, it is.
I do not believe that
been
at
a
all.
road. It's been an interesting road here. A new Laura Kelly, someone
I don't
wasn't
think Finn
expecting.
Sock should get
You
the
and I had
manager
many
of the year
conversations
based
before.
on
I've never
everything
seen
so far this year.
that
Because I would
side of you
argue
before
that
I
he's
saw
not the
in
one
promo.
doing the
What
managing.
is it about working with Shannon Barney and
From
Korruption that
what
kind of
we
made
see,
you
at least,
not
just
see the light, if you will?
Oh, honestly, I think she just brings out the best in me, Christian. I really do. It's been an interesting road, but I'm happy to be here, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this today.
Now, your opponent here, Sean Sullivan, he has been talking a lot. He has been saying that, bring on anybody, bring on Scrimshaw, bring on Kelly. Any thoughts on Sean Sullivan and the way he's been talking lately?
In the deepest recesses of my mind, I cannot fathom where this arrogance comes from. I just can't. I mean, he's played one match, wasn't exactly like the greatest match I've ever seen. One of the more embarrassing debuts, I think, to be totally honest.
Wow.
He's out here telling those beards over at Let's Get Ready that I don't know how to play this game. I don't know how to strategize. This is my fourth match. What are we even doing
That's
here?
true.
Like,
that's very true.
I just don't understand it, but here
Fair
we are.
enough. Well,
yeah,
Laura,
on that note, Laura, my question for you is, this is your fourth match, and so you clearly have the experience over Sean. So let's take a look back at those three matches that you have played. I mean, you've played in a live setting multiple times. What does that experience give you that Sean may not have?
Yeah,
what are you looking
exactly.
for with
Well,
an
that's the thing.
advantage
I do think obviously
Honestly, like,
Dagnino is a great
it's hard to
manager
compare it
for
to
sure,
this because
but
this
he
is
didn't
just
have the
me,
uphill.
like,
He didn't
recording a
have the
podcast
uphill
in my bedroom like I
mountain
normally
to
do.
climb.
So, I mean, I've
he's
gotten
not a
past those
rookie.
nerves. I've gotten
As far
past the
as
live
manager of the
shows.
year, as far as
Been there,
which
done
one's
that.
grown the
This is
much
gonna be easy
best
peasy, I think, for
or
me.
the most,
all right, well,
Kate,
we're bringing in
definitely a solid
your
argument.
opponent
Winston
here,
is
Sean
also a solid
Sullivan.
argument as
There
well.
you are, Sean.
Because they've had the
Laura, would you like to
most
say anything
obstacles
to,
in order to
Laura there,
pursue,
Sean?
the higher points.
Yeah, if Shannon needs help with that cat piss smell, we have Lysol in the den. So.
Oh, fair enough. All right. Well, listen. So we are going to get to our rules of round number one. Mark, how's it go?
That's right. Cat pee is the running theme in a Star Wars match. In round number one, you're going to have 10 questions. Competitors, these questions come from 10 different corners of the galaxy far, far away. Know-how. Each question's worth 1 point.
It's kind of funny how everyone is a heel to a certain degree nowadays, except anyone from the Quirky Mercs. No one from the Quirky Mercs are heels.
Christian or myself asks the question. You have 15 seconds to answer it. How do you answer? Well, it's kind of twofold. You take a utensil and you write on a tablet. And once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote to your camera. At the same time, you verbalize your answer into the microphone. I will remind each competitor of your 3 usages of the
I wonder if any of them
JTE
actually
rule
have
throughout
any
the duration
weaknesses
of the match.
with
Name for famous
with something
Wisconsin
like
Tusken Raider JTE. If
IG
you're not
or
sure you
something
heard a
so
question right, you wanna
specific
buy
as
yourself some
Star
time,
Wars.
use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to use at
There's
any
only
point
so
by
many
your manager
categories, and
throughout
you
the
really,
3-round
at
match.
least Damon and
Christian,
Scrimshaw and
I did that
everyone,
all,
they make it
looking
seem like
right
you have
in.
to be able to ace
Barrel of the
them
camera.
all
That was
efficiently. So
absolutely
no matter
wonderful.
what
And a
you
reminder
spend in the
to
second
the
round,
audience
you have to be
watching,
okay with that.
our competitors and our managers have been instructed to look at only the private chat here today, but we'd also like to let you know, do not put any answers inside of the comments. If you do so, you will be removed from the stream.
Good.
So just
Good,
a reminder there, we have the
Yes.
mods looking at it and making sure. So we want to have a good match, fun match, fair match. Again, both competitors are
Yeah,
looking
I
at the
can see
private
that.
chat
That's a
anyway, but
solid argument.
just to be
Absolutely.
fair. All right, we've already also instructed you guys that during the
Dagnino's
actual
tutelage,
rounds,
Ben by
after you've
extension
written,
could
please
be
make sure that we
manager
can
of
see
the
your
year.
hands. And we will start with Laura. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Sean, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. All right, here we go. Round number one. Question number one. Here we go.
I can definitely see that.
From
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith. Who tells Padme Amidala that the Chancellor is a Sith Lord?
Christian, I saw something.
I don't even
in
know which
the
movie
Twitch
it
chat
would
room
be
that
in.
If we
I
get
don't
this
know.
channel to
Jar Jar?
4,000 subscribers, you have to do something.
R2D2?
Yeah, probably have to do a watch along to the thing.
C3PO?
Oh, what a reward!
4,
I have no
3,
clue.
2, 1. Pens
No
down,
clue.
and we start with Laura Kelly.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes,
That
Sean.
one. I knew it.
Kenobi. Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Okay, nice. Nice. don't get yourself disqualified here, will you? All right, next question, Mark.
This is in episode 7, The Force Awakens, where Christian and I read the premiere and I had a white tux. The question,
Ooh, fancy.
what nickname does Han Solo call Finn by in The Force Awakens?
Boo-boo cakes.
Christian, your enduring memory of that magical evening
My little
back in
puggy wuggy.
2015.
Yeah, it was fun. It was pretty.
The gravy
pretty
to
special.
my mashed potatoes.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
The C-3PO to my R2-D2.
Big deal.
Yes, Laura.
Big deal.
2-2. All right, next question. Here we go. The Empire Strikes Back. Which frequent Pixar voice actor plays Major Bren Derlin in The Empire Strikes Back?
I love this. We have the
There's so many
clubhouse leader
people.
for my favorite question asked during this match.
There's so many people I have no
okay.
clue.
I knew that you would. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And we go with Sean.
John Ratzenberg.
John Ratzenberg. No, that is incorrect.
Ooh,
Laura?
that's huge.
John
man.
Ratzenberger.
That is correct. John
Oh
Ratzenberger.
man, that's
That
a
is correct.
big one. That's a big
All
point right there.
So the score now
Especially
is Kelly,
in
3,
Star
Sullivan, 2.
Wars. That's a huge
That's
one.
right. It's cheers. Everybody knows your name, but you got to have the full name there. Your next category is the Phantom Menace. And the question, in episode 1, what does Anakin initially call a lightsaber? I put Cheers as one of the top 5 best sitcoms of all time. Am I
glow
overstating?
stick.
No, you're in there.
Spacey,
You're
space age
Absolutely.
glow stick.
And 5.
It is
4, 3,
the doctor's
2, 1. Pens down,
One.
Laura.
Laser sword.
Yes. And Sean.
Laser sword.
Is
Got
it not a laser sword?
Kelly keeps her lead 4-3. As we get to our next question here, the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars. What is the name of Anakin Skywalker's apprentice that is introduced in the Clone Wars film?
I love that the Clone Wars are a part of this.
Lucas had to explain
it'd be-
this to
it'd be
me
interesting to see
because
what
I know
happened if we threw,
nothing
like, a
about the world of
Mandalorian
Star
or Rebels
Wars.
question
So
to
you
these
can
kids. I think
have
they'd answer.
Oh, they would. but
a
it's-
young
you know, I thought about it. It's not
Jedi
movies.
can
And 5,
have
4,
a
3,
mentee
2,
essentially. So
1.
that's why
Pens
Anakin was able
down,
to mentor
please.
Ashoka,
And
even
we'll
though he was
start
still
with
under the
Sean Sullivan.
tutelage of Obi-Wan.
Ahsoka Tano.
Yes. And Laura.
Ahsoka Tano.
You got it. 5-4.
Whammy.
And we have now reached
So,
halftime. And
it's
there
kind
was
of a
your
learning curve.
celebration. And now we get on to the second part of round number 1. And I'll remind the competitors, particularly Laura, that if the perfect game is thrown, you get a bonus question asked just you that costs worth a point.
You also get a motorcycle that gets to drive right through your house.
Was that real? That sounded intense. That sounded like a land speeder.
I don't know whose that was. I don't know.
Wow, somebody bullseye and womp rats with a T-16. Your next question is in the world of Return of the Jedi. And that question, in Return of the Jedi, who says to Leia, when he comes back, I won't get in the way?
Your next question comes from Return of the Jedi.
I'm sorry if I get excited about Star Wars still, Christian.
It's
I
almost
like
like
it. It's
Return,
good radio.
not Return of the
Also gave up your
Jedi,
love in
but like some of these
2017.
movies
How
are
dare you.
more beloved than others.
And
You know, maybe not. I don't know.
Is that your bike?
No, hands down. And Laura.
Han Solo.
Yes. And Sean.
Han Solo.
Yep. Okay. 6-5. Sullivan keeps it. Next question. Lot of noise. All right, here we go. Rise of Skywalker is the next category for question 7. Who is the rebel spy on Kylo Ren's ship?
Okay, just come clean. You're in a gang, and quarantine did some things to you. Is the name of your biker gang Contra Club?
I can figure it out who it is. All you gotta do is mute somebody's mic.
I don't know. I have no
5,
clue.
4,
Just own it, Christian.
3, no, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Sean Sullivan.
Hux.
Yes. And Laura.
General Hux.
Yes. All right.
I don't know who
So,
is General
8,
Hux.
7.
Which one was he?
7-6.
I don't know.
7-6.
That's right. As we move into your 8th question.
What are
and
the
this is in-
military,
get ready, Christian. Attack of the Clones.
like,
There you go.
thingies
Episode
for
2 in the question.
stations? Not stations.
In the Geonosis
standings.
prison cell,
Officer
what
ranking?
color
Yeah, ranking.
are
That's
the
where I was looking for.
electric bonds
Rankings
holding
for,
Obi-Wan's wrists
you
and
know,
ankles.
being up
I
in
like
there.
these tricky questions.
That's
on
right.
that
We should be asking
side,
Fast and Furious
essentially.
questions, given the nature of this match.
General, officer,
5,
sergeant,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Master Sergeant.
And Laura.
Blue.
Yes.
I don't know.
Sean.
There's a lot of them.
So 8 to 7. 8-7. The wild motorcycle apparently are Sean has been ratted
In
around.
white,
Sean.
so he wasn't
Oh,
able
well,
to
I'm
get
the
a
only
seat
one
at the
here that doesn't
council
record a
because he was
podcast or
too
show from my
old
house, so.
you
when
lose a
he
point for that.
started training,
But,
essentially.
8-7. 8-7. Next question
I'm
here.
sure after
Next
like
question.
doing well on a whole bunch of
The Last
missions or
Jedi.
something, they could make an
How
exception to
many
the rule.
porgs
But
did Chewie cook over an open flame?
okay, he was a knight, so a knight is a
Somewhere,
fine.
our
Okay.
dear friend Ash
Oh, Jedi Knight. I feel like I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Every time. Don't bring that up.
They did look tasty.
Yeah, I want one. 5,
Eat one.
4, 3, 2, 1, and we go with Sean Sullivan.
2.
Yes, Laura.
2.
Laura Kelly, 9-8. So Laura Kelly doing what
Oh,
she does.
yeah, I forgot
She
about
has
Donald
a perfect
Gleason.
round thus far. If she
Loved him
hits
and about
this
time.
final question here, Mark, then she will have a perfect round, and she will have a bonus question. Should she hit.
Ooh, so
That's
potentially
right,
get
Christian,
2
you're
points
next
ahead of him. That's a
and last
huge deal.
question in
Huge
round
deal, especially
number
going
1,
into round
lest we
2.
hit the bonus is in the world of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, the one that started it all. And your question: what planet does Leia tell Tarkin the Rebel base is on?
It's amazing how just like one.
Well, I wonder what
point is so
porg would
crucial.
taste like.
And that very
Does it taste
quickly
like
can become a
chicken?
2-point lead going into round 2.
Pork.
That's right. And 5,
Would it taste
4,
like filet mignon?
3, 2,
Like steak.
1. Laura for the perfect round.
Or salmon.
Perfect round
I
it
don't
is.
know.
And Sean.
Dantooine.
Yes, you got it. So, Laura, this question is going to be for you and only you. You don't have to write it down. You simply just have to answer it. 15 seconds to do it. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, here you go. Your bonus question. What object did Yoda and R2-D2 fight over, ending with Yoda saying, "Mine, or I will help you not"?
A lamp.
A lamp or a flashlight would be accepted. That is correct for 1 more point. Laura Kelly,
It tastes like
11
chicken.
to 9. 11
see
to
that.
9. She does it again. She said it. You know how many questions I've missed? in
What
the
is that a
first
line
round?
from?
0.
You have a
Well, she
cat.
stuck to that because it is
You have a
now the
little cat.
second round.
I have a
Mark,
cat,
how does that
tuxedo
go?
cat like
The
that.
goose egg still
His
holds.
name is
This
Atlas,
is
and
known
he's
as
a
the
precious
wheel
little- precious
round.
little
And yes,
nugget of
there is
fur.
an electronic wheel that we're going to bring out in just a
Hey,
second. The rules
weenie.
of round number 2. Each competitor will spin at our electronic wheel. Once you settle on a category, you're going to hear 5. Yes, 5 questions.
How's your lady?
from
I miss
said
Miss
Star Wars
Bethany,
genre.
the true
Each
love of
question's
my
worth
life,
2 points.
along with
There's no penalty
Lucas.
for missing a question.
Lucas is
There
okay
is
too.
stealing in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. And because Laura Kelly is in the lead by now 2
Penguin.
points over
Oh, I
Racing
see you.
Street
I
Tough
see
Sean
you. Do a
Sullivan,
little
and
comparison.
she is
Mhm.
going to get to select whether she would like to
0.
spin the
I
wheel
don't
first
know.
or defer to her opponent. And I will remind everybody in the match and everybody watching us live on Twitch that this wheel today is sponsored in whole by Roby One.
Oh wait, I'm gonna
Kenobi.
pause
Thank you.
this. Okay. Okay, so there's 12 slices. I wonder how much of that. So it's just movies essentially, and mixed bag. Okay, it's all movies and mixed bag. Gotcha. Oh. Okay.
Thank you so much for your patronage, Roby One Kenobi. Everybody in the chat room, give a big hand to Roby One Kenobi. The sponsored slices that Roby preferred were the middle episodes in the first 2 trilogies, Attack of the Clones and Empire Strikes Back. If you
That's
want
true,
to have your name
Lucas.
mentioned in
That
an
is the
upcoming
truth.
live
Saul
Star
does
Wars
eat
or any other
penguins
Schmoedown match,
and
check out
baby
the Schmoedown
seals.
Patreon today and select which tier is right for you.
All right. So at the moment, I'm going to drop Kate and Sean out. Laura and Shannon. Shannon,
Look
you
at
have
that confidence
60
of the
seconds to talk to your
queen.
competitor. to
Yo!
decide exactly what you guys want to do, starting now.
We don't need the time.
No, I don't think we do. I'm going to spin first.
You're going to spin first. All right. Well, there you
Okay,
go.
so-
Time not taken. So we're going to bring that wheel back up.
I do want
And-
to pause for a hot second here when I say so when you spin first, why a competitor would want to spin first. It's a very confident spin. So it just essentially means that going into the second round, not only are you very confident in your standing, obviously point wise, but also it's pretty much, it says that you like a majority of the slices on the wheel, or at least it should when you decide to spin first. So essentially she should like at least a good 60 to 70% of what's going on in the wheel. Now, obviously this is a Star Wars league, and if you're a competitor in this league, you got to be on point with every single thing. But, you know, at the end of the day, everyone knows some of these a little bit more than others. So, yeah, let's see it in action.
And Shannon will be able to stick around for the spin. And here's the spin.
Virtual claps, man. Virtual
on
claps.
there, Christian. That could be interesting.
Well, we're going to find out exactly what it is. She's going to land on Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi.
Can we get a close-up of that?
Return of the Jedi, or would you like to spin again?
I'm going to keep it.
Going to keep?
Yeah, okay,
right,
it
so
is
gonna-
on Return of the Jedi.
Shannon
so
out for the
close.
moment. We're going to
That's
bring
so
Sean
weird.
back in. Sean, make sure your hands
The last match,
are, you
this
can
match,
see.
they're so
Okay,
close
great.
to the line,
All
statistically
right,
speaking.
so
What are the
we're gonna
odds?
get
It's ridiculous. It's like less than
5
5%.
questions here in round number 2 from Return of the Jedi. And we start, Laura, are you ready?
I am. Let's do it.
All right.
Got to keep those hands on the
What is name
screen,
of
my
Vader's
dude.
flagship Super Star Destroyer that crashes into the Death Star?
The Executor.
That is correct for 2 points. In the assault on the second Death Star, the Rebel Squadron consists of 4 colored designations: red, gray, green, and what other color?
Gold.
Yes, for 2 points. All right, next question. In Return of the Jedi, who steps on a twig, giving away the surprise ambush of the biker scouts on Endor?
Han Solo.
2 more points.
What a weenie.
2
Come
more
on, dude.
questions for Laura Kelly, as she is not missing anything yet.
No dip, Sherlock. That's
What
not news.
legendary Star Wars sound designer has a cameo in the Battle of Endor?
Ben Burt.
Ooh,
Yes.
ooh, a little fun
And your
fact for you.
final question.
Fun fact. Fun fact, which is kind of nifty to see. Lucas's uncle-in-law is actually in. He can actually see him if you freeze it just right, because he did some behind the scenes stuff. If you freeze it just right, you'll actually see his face, his uncle's face right there in the back. So it's kind of funny. So yeah. Anyway,
Final question.
Back to
Here you
it.
go. Why does Luke tell R2D2
no,
they're
the
headed
C2A
to
Council is
the Dagobah
much more
system?
exclusive. Mm-mm.
I would like to go multiple choice.
A, he has unfinished business. B, he has to finish what he started. C, he has to help a friend. D, he has a promise to keep to an old friend.
D.
D is correct for 1 point. All right, so Kelly just goes to multiple choice once as she finds herself with 20 to 9 over Sean Sullivan, but an amazing second round there for Laura Kelly. It is
I
now
expected
Sean
nothing
Sullivan's
less.
turn. It is now
That
20
one.
to 9 as we see Laura Kelly
That
over
one.
Sean Sullivan. Sean has not spun yet. He's going to do so.
I'm
All
seeing
right,
the
Laura, I'm
picture
gonna
at the
put
house.
you in the waiting room for the moment. Going to bring in Kate Mulligan. Kate, you have 60 seconds if there's anything you want to say to your competitor starting now.
Read my lips. We're not scared. You got this, Sean. You're doing awesome.
Yeah,
You know,
Sean.
you know that
Sean,
one. You just
you're
didn't
doing
have the
great,
ER at the
buddy.
end. I got
You're doing
you, baby.
great.
You
I
got
tell
this.
this
You
to
do it.
Lucas every
All
day.
right, okay.
No whammies,
Lucas,
no whammies.
you were the love
No
of my
whammies, no
life,
whammies.
and
I
you
will
do
bring the wheel
okay. You
back
do
up now.
okay, but you know.
And
You
here
know.
we go.
It'll be interesting to see what happens here, Christian. It's tough for a newer competitor to look at a scoreboard and see they're losing by 11.
And the Phantom Menace.
I'll keep it.
Keeping the Phantom Menace.
Oh.
All right. So we're going to drop Kate out at the moment here. Where the hell is she? I can't know. There she is. Bye-bye, Kate. And now we bring back Laura Kelly.
All right,
Laura,
he
same
has
thing.
to
Thank
get
you.
a
Keep your hands so we
perfect,
can see. Same thing, Sean.
second
All right, Mark,
round
you're going to bring up
in order for
Phantom Menace.
him to even
The
mean.
Phantom Menace, the movie I waited 3 hours in line to see, but I'm going to tell my nieces and nephews I waited 3 days. Your first of 5 questions, Sean, for 2 points, unless you choose multiple choice. In episode 1, The Phantom Menace, What is the name of Queen Amidala's personal pilot who flies her cruiser through the Trade Federation blockade? We need the first and last name.
That'd be Rick Ali, Bravo leader.
Duh.
That is it.
Almost like
2
what?
points.
It's hard.
There we go. And Sean Sullivan
Duh.
off to a hot start. Your next question, Sean. In The Phantom Menace, just prior to the Battle of Naboo, Boss Nass gives Jar Jar Binks what rank in the Gungan army?
Bombad General.
That is correct for 2 more points. This guy's seen the movie, Christian.
He has. He knew this one. He seemed pretty confident in it. He's showing so far.
All right, your third of 5 questions, Sean. In The Phantom Menace, what kind of aliens can be seen massaging Sebulba in the pod race hangar prior to the race?
My dude, what?
I'm going to give you 2 pronunciations, Twi'lek or Twi'lek.
I'll take either one, sir, and I'll give you 2 points for your trouble.
Big round so far for Sean Sullivan as he sees himself only 5 behind Laura right now with his 4th question coming up.
That's right. Your penultimate question in round number 2, Sean. In episode 1, what is the name of the consular cruiser that transported Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan to the Trade Federation ship for negotiations at the beginning of the film?
It's going to be the Radiant 7.
Of course, it's the 7th Radiant that took him there.
All right. So, in your your final question here. Your final question.
That's right. Final question for Sean in The Phantom Menace, a movie that he clearly has seen a couple times. Sean, for 2 points, in episode 1, what was the street vendor going to charge Jar Jar for eating his merchandise?
I don't remember this movie in the slightest. Lucas actually forced me to
5,
watch all the Star
4,
Wars movies
3,
that was
2,
out at the time. So all the prequels.
All right. In episode
and
1, what was the street
original
vendor
trilogy.
going to charge
We
Jar
I
Jar
think we
for
marathoned
eating his
them over a
merchandise?
week when we were in college.
Give me the multiple.
And
Multiple choice options
I
are:
might
is
have
it
been
A,
asleep
7
for half
whoopee
of it.
whoopee,
I'm not gonna lie,
B,
especially
7
during
Republic
the
credits,
prequels.
C, 10
There's
Druggets,
so
or
much of them I
D,
can't remember
20
it
Zemets?
at all.
Can you repeat the multiple?
Once.
I can do that for you once. Is it A, 7 whoopee whoopee, B, 7 Republic credits, C, 10 Druggets, or D, 20 Zemets?
Let's go with A.
Thank goodness I didn't have to say that again. You are correct for a point.
All right, so unbelievable there. Unbelievable. What a round it was for both competitors. 20-18. We see a 2-point
That's
lead
very
by
true.
Laura Kelly as we get to round
He
number 3.
needs to close
Mark,
that gap
how
though,
do
because
the rules
those 2
of round
points
number 3 go?
he wasn't
You don't
able
get a
to
break.
get
We're
in
going
the
right
first
in.
round
Here we
is
go.
huge.
Round number 3.
And
This is
he's
the round that
still
will
making up for it,
determine the match.
obviously.
Lest we
I don't
go
expect
to
Laura,
sudden death
Laura to miss a
overtime.
single point, to be
In
honest.
round number 3, each competitor hears 3 questions in the world of Star Wars. How do we determine what questions and what genre? You give us 3 numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points.
Oh,
Next one is
hey
worth
guys.
3 points.
If you guys
Your
want to
last
send
one,
in
should we
any
make it that
Streamlabs,
far, is
send
worth
any
5
questions
big
or
points. There is no stealing. There is no penalty for missing a question.
want
in
to
round
chat
number
up something
3.
in
So Sean
particular.
Sullivan, very impressive.
I'd be into
really
that.
Both rounds here.
That'd be
yet
pretty
still
cool.
trailing
I like
Laura
chatting.
Kelly by only 2.
I like Q&As.
So lights out. We're
I
gonna
like
get
hanging
your
out with
3
y'all.
lucky numbers first. And like I said, we have 20 Star Wars categories available. So from 1 to 20, what feels destined to you?
I would like 3, 5, and 18, Mark.
3, 5, and 18 for Laura and for Sean.
Let's go 5, 7, and 2.
She already chose 5.
Okay. Let's go 5, 9, and 2.
She already chose 5.
Den mother.
Okay. Let's go.
No, don't
1,
just don't pick 5.
9,
I
and
guess.
2.
1,
What not, yeah,
9,
don't-
1, 9, and 2 for Sean Sullivan.
yeah.
All
The,
right.
the joke's on you guys because 5's really hard. So
That's all right. 1, 9, and 2 for Sean
I
Sullivan.
do.
Okay. So Mark
actually, you know what?
chose
I'm
1,
not
9, and
entirely
2.
sure.
And remember, so also
Ken
Shannon, you
will
have
defeat
60 seconds.
Ace
Should you want to
because,
say anything to
like
your
we've said
competitor
before,
during
Ken's
this
not
time?
studying.
Clock's
Ken
on
is
now.
not a huge.
Hey,
Is not
Laura.
huge into
How's it going,
everything going
Shannon?
on.
Pretty darn good. You ready to neuter this kitty?
I think I am.
Neuter
All right.
this kitty.
All right, now we have Kate. Anything to say to Sean? 60 seconds on the clock. starting now.
Brutal.
I'm so proud of you. You're doing awesome. You're holding it together, man. You're cool as a cucumber. You playing
That's
that
all I gotta
smart.
do.
You used your JT when you needed to. You went to multiple. You're a smart player. I love you, Shawnee. Let's bring it home, baby.
All right, so
Thanks,
the
Kate.
managers have given words of encouragement, and now we get to the round mark. Sean finally chose number 1. So let's get to that one, Mark. Would you do the honors, Mike?
Oh, well, thank you, Christian. I really appreciate that. So, Sean, we've
You're
arrived.
doing good, Boo-Boo. You're doing
at
good.
round
Come on now.
Number 3. And your 2-point question that could pull you to even with Lights Out Laura Kelly for 2 points is in the world of who said it. These are Star Wars quotes. And your question for the tie. What Jedi, when asked if they intend to kill Chancellor Palpatine, responds, "I would certainly like to"?
Five.
Use those
4.
JTEs, my dude.
Repeat.
Second
I
one.
can do that.
The first one. Oh, second one. Sorry.
Second one.
Second one.
Yep.
Sean, what Jedi, when asked if they intend to kill Chancellor Palpatine, responds, "I would certainly like to"?
Anakin Skywalker.
Remember, little Lanny is all grown up. 2 points and we're tied.
We're all tied. That takes him away from the TKO range. But now we jump to Laura Kelly, who will have to answer her 2-pointer. Laura, you chose category 3. Category number 3. That is from the Clone Wars movie. Here's your 2-pointer. What was the nickname that Ahsoka gave to Anakin Skywalker?
Sky Guy.
Yes, it is for 2 points. Right back to Sean Sullivan with his 3-pointer. Now, Mark, he chose category 9.
Yes, he did, Christian. And category 9, something familiar with Christian's history in the Schmoedown. You know that he probably likes this category because it is villains. And the question for 3 points, Sean, this can give you the lead over Laura Kelly. How many movies mention a Death Star in the opening crawl? I'm going to give you 20 seconds on this one.
Five.
That's a hard one.
4.
Maybe. For me, it's hard.
3.
I have no clue. I don't know
2.
anything about it.
Last one.
Still.
All right. In the world of villains, how many movies mention a Death Star in the opening crawl?
Three?
2.
That is incorrect. Actually looking for 3. All 3 classic
What?
trilogy films.
I got it
thought
right.
Rogue One had a 2, then I was like, oh, no, wait. They don't
Call
even
me a
have
champion
12
already.
Forget it.
What?
That's right. So now, all right. So here's where
That's
we
a
stand.
huge
Because of that miss,
though, unfortunately.
Laura Kelly and Korruption
Oh.
could get the win here if Sean Sullivan does not hit his 5-pointer. However, if he does hit the 5-pointer, it will bounce back to Laura, forcing her to try to get the win. So, Mark, Sean chose category number 2 for his 5-pointer.
That's right, Christian. And you might see a big smile emerge from that giant beard because category 2, Sean, your 5-point question is in the world of episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Oof. Good Lord almighty.
And your question for 5 points. In episode 1, from what homeworld is the pod racer Ben Quindinaros from?
I don't know.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Malister.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Laura Lights Out Kelly. She takes it. Sean, I'm going to put you in the waiting room at the moment here. Good match there. Final score here, ladies and gentlemen. Laura Lights Out Kelly wins the match? The answer was Tund, T-U-N-D, Tund. Sean didn't answer in time anyway. He did, but he didn't have the right one once he did. So let's talk about it. Shannon, first win since the big win with Mike and Chance, and Laura does exactly what you guys said she would do. She advances. She sits now and waits for the winner of Ken Knapsack and Andres Cabrera. How you feeling?
Oh, it feels so good. So good. I can't get enough of this.
Laura, you did it again. You're 2-2 now, but again, I think it's Star Wars Division 2 wins are that's massive. It's very hard to do. You've done it. You said you were going to do it. You said that you were going to come out here and you didn't miss any questions. You came out here and just were lights out. So how are you feeling about your performance?
I feel amazing. Yeah. This went exactly how I needed it to go. And yeah, this feels really good. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe that puts Sean in his place a little bit. Maybe knock some of that arrogance down a notch would be nice.
Laura, we're looking at the upcoming match that you're going to have, and maybe you're facing Andres, maybe you're facing Ken. It doesn't matter who you're facing, or does it? Do you have a preference as to who you would see next? And post question, are you going to be cracking open champagne after this win, or are you going to wait until you win the whole thing?
Oh, I don't think that there's any reason to wait to crack open the champagne. I think that this is a perfectly good time to do that.
It's always a great time to crack open champagne, guys. Let's be honest,
I don't know if I really have a preference. There was a time when I would have really preferred Knapsack over anybody else, but I'm not sure if it's even okay to talk about him right now. Has anyone checked on him?
That's true.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
Maybe Mark Riley gonna go over and check on him or anything?
I mean, his promo, it did make you question his sanity, and even Grace was kind of taking some shots and saying, he should be walking the dog instead of drinking through mess. But we don't see the big talk right now from the den, like you said, Shannon. This has to be satisfying. Grace and Kate have been rivals this season. To hand them a loss, I'm sure, and to move up the rankings a little bit, I'm sure it's got to feel satisfying.
Listen, it's 2 against 1. 2 of these losers to try to take me down, and they couldn't friggin' do it. I got 2 things for you, Kate. Number 1, instead of giving him Clorox wipes, maybe you should have gotten him an ice pack, because he might start experiencing some phantom testicle pain. It's totally normal after being castrated. You just want to make sure he's comfortable. Number 2, I know you had some concerns for me during your promo.
God,
so I'd like to take a second
awful.
to address those. Number 1, I got in touch with Lady Liberty. As a matter of fact, she agreed that I look phenomenal in a crown and insisted that I keep it. Number 2, Number 3, I'm not done yet. Having 2 first names is a sign of superior intelligence, which unfortunately is way above your pay grade. And lastly, about those Schmoedown points, let them know that we just picked up a couple here in the first round, and we'll be coming around to collect the rest very soon.
Of course, that was all into reference to the promos that were cut by Kate Mulligan to Shannon Barney. Shannon able to back it up at the moment with a big, massive win here. Look at the faction standings as we sit today. The Korruption no longer in last place. That honor is now the Quirky Mercs. You have Korruption, who is now in 6th place. They went from being in 9th to 6th with this massive win by Laura Kelly. They see themselves with 5 big points, only 1 point behind the Rock Stars here today. Finstock Exchange still in 1st place. Swag now still in 2nd place because of the loss here today by the Den. They sit in 3rd, but Korruption jumping out of the cellar by leaping over into 6th place here. Big move here by Laura Kelly and Korruption. Mark.
Christian, dogs are barking, motorcycles are revving, and fans' appetite for more Star Wars is getting hungry. So it's just been amazing watching Laura Kelly and watching that dominance that we saw today. Sean Sullivan, great matchup, but clearly could not topple Laura Kelly. She is on a mission, Christian. I think she's only emboldened by this W here today.
Yeah. All right. So let's look. Here's the other thing. So both Laura and Shannon will be in our after show with the fans. So the way that it works for you guys, everyone will be able to see the Q&A that is watching here today. However, for $10 patrons on the Schmoedown, if you go to patreon.com youtube.com/Schmoedown. You $10 patrons will be sent out the StreamYard link, and you will be able to join and ask questions to both Shannon and Laura, and hope and cross your fingers that Shannon doesn't insult you, or hey, you might be paying because you want her to insult you. All right, so let's put you guys in the waiting room. Again, Laura, congratulations. Phenomenal match, showing that you are indeed one of the best performers in the Star Wars division that we have. Thank you. And Shannon, we will see you in just a bit.
Toodles, losers. All
right, so now we bring in Kate, Sean Sullivan. Sean, first defeat here in the movie trivia showdown. It's got to sting a little bit, I'm sure. Does it sting just a little bit more because it was Korruption?
You know what? It does. It only stings because it's Korruption. And I've noticed Shannon has brought about my private parts up in her smack talk a few times. And Mike, I'd be a little concerned about that.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I know you can hear me because you're just walking around in the background. Hey, Mike, bring that cute tush back here.
I think he might actually be able to hear you because he just stopped. You just paused.
It's also nice to see the cute dog running around.
That was cute.
Sean,
That's pretty
ask
awesome.
you,
I'm not
you know,
gonna lie.
You were such a gentleman to me when I started growing this beard. You recommended a nice oil I still use today. I couldn't help you out and give you that last answer, but was it on the tip of your tongue? Were you thinking Tund was an option? Was it just one of those ones that just escaped your window?
I've never heard of Tund in my life.
Yeah.
What is that?
Listen, this is where the 5-pointers and the Star Wars it gets tough. That's a question I actually wonder. I didn't ask Laura. I wonder if Laura had the answer for that one. I'm not sure. We'll never know. We'll never know. We'll never know. But it was a great question.
By the way, the good thing is that Sean does know the villain, the Death Star. Thank God. He knows the villain, the Death Star. Oh, God.
The villain, the Death Star, guys.
A good guy.
Well, I'm just saying. Okay, here's a question for you. I don't feel bad that he missed on that question, by the way. Okay, here's a question for you. It's a villain's question. How many times does Kylo Ren swish his lightsaber before he uses it to kill his dad? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Kate, I know you're brand new to the league, but the Star Wars division is about as deep cutty as you can get. And
that wasn't a deep cut. That was a mislabeled question. Okay.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
That was good. I'm not gonna lie.
I gotta tell you, I don't feel anything but proud of him. This wasn't a TKO. She didn't come in. They say that she came and did what she did. She didn't. She didn't wipe the floor with him. She didn't turn the lights out on him. The lights are amplified in him. You know why? Because everybody knows. Everybody sees what he did here today. Everybody knows this kid can play Star Wars. This is not the end of Sean Sullivan. This was not a TKO. That kid hung. We know he knew the name in the first round. He was going to have a perfect round. Okay, Ratzenberg versus Ratzenberger. Listen, he's not Jewish, okay? He doesn't know.
All right. Well, you figured it out. He did it. Guys, I like to look. This is where we stand right now with the actual tournament itself. Laura Kelly finds herself victorious here, and she will play the winner of both Ken Knapsack and Andres Cabrera.
She's going to beat both of them.
Next
Either one
week,
of them. So
we will see Joseph Scrimshaw, who Laura Kelly is familiar with, against someone else she is familiar with, Andrew Dimolata. They will go head-to-head in a battle next week, same time. Adam Witt faces Molly Damon on June 10th. And then again on July 1st, we will see Laura Kelly playing the winner of Ken Knapsack and Andres Cabrera. To both, before we let you go here, Kate and Sean, Kate, I got to ask you kind of the reverse question of what same question I guess that we asked Sean, is that you've been going back and forth with Shannon. You know, the history that you guys have already, the history that Grace has with Shannon. Does it bother you to lose to Shannon, or is it just one of these things like, hey, you know, you're still well enough in second place?
I know that Shannon can shush you, Christian, but can I ask the production to put the standings up again? Because I just want to see. I'm pretty sure the Den's still ahead of Korruption by a bunch of spots.
You are indeed. The Den has 12 points and Korruption has 5. You're still 7 points over.
So let's just say I'm unbothered.
All right, fair enough. Kate, I wanted to thank you. Sean, I wanted to thank you guys. Gonna have to ask
Thanks for having me.
Great match, Johnny. Great match.
If you'd be so kind to drop out of the stream at the moment, because we're trying to get some new patrons in here to be able to talk to both Korruption. Mark, this is an exciting thing. We had an exciting match here, and we see the how good Laura Kelly really is. she didn't seem phased at all. She looked, I mean, I
She
hate to
barely
say it.
blinked
She
an
looked to
eye.
me the
It was
same kind of
nuts.
confidence that you see with Alex Damon when Alex Damon answers questions. Of
All
that.
right, Christian, you know what you just did. That's like saying any modern day NBA player looks as competitive as Michael Jordan. I don't know about that. But look, I'll tell you this. She was healthy enough today to pull the ears off of Gundark. And so I think Ken or Ace are going to have their hands full with her once somebody emerges from that faction or that bracket region, shall we say. And when you look at this, I think that the chat room got it right on Twitch, because before the show, we did a poll. Who's going to win today's match? 74% said Laura, lights out, Kelly. They were correct. Sullivan, great matchup for her, but Laura came out on top today.
Well, I think what Sean Sullivan did though today is prove that he belongs.
There
I mean,
it is,
he went toe to toe with one of the best in the division, and you know, she just, I guess, you know, her nickname suits her now. She was lights out.
Yeah.
So,
She-
all right, listen, we're gonna.
Yeah, she did not miss a single question.
what
That's
we said we're gonna
incredibly
do here, and we're
impressive.
going to bring back
Obviously,
the winner
for
of the
any
match,
competitor,
Laura Kelly,
not,
and her manager,
you know,
Shannon Barney.
across
Guys,
the board.
once again, congratulations. What we're going to do is we're going to bring in some patrons to ask some questions here too, and we're also going to see some, if we can grab some questions from the side
On
if we
that
see them as they
note,
pop up. But
since we're gonna wrapping
again,
things up, that is
pretty excited
it.
about it. And for the patrons,
Okay, guys. That is it. I'm just going to dedicate just a few moments to a potential Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever it may be, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to chat it up. But I only got a few minutes, and we'll take it from there. But also, just going to plug away here. Next week, we got a bunch of stuff happening. I believe, I can't remember who we have on Monday on our episode of Chill, but I know we're going to be doing... every Monday we do something for Chill, so coming to you hot. And on Sunday, we are going to be having on a Call to Action Live, hosted by our beloved Missy Kelsey Kirkland. We're going to be having on Zipper, Eric is Zipper on board. So we're going to be really diving into the IG tournament. He obviously is going to be being involved with on behalf of the dungeon. So that's going to be really fun to see. Not only that, but also Dylan and Paul, as well as Kelsey, obviously, are going to really participating in that. Next week on Schmoebates, I do not have the most up-to-date thumbnail, so please forgive me. But I'm going to be hosting Schmoebates next Wednesday. Well, every single Wednesday. Next week, we actually, Ben Bateman, he did win last night. So he and James are going to be fighting against each other here in about a month or so. They're both currently sitting at 2-0. And next week on the 3rd will be my birthday episode, actually, technically speaking. So it's going to be Billy Belford up against William Bibiani. Now, a lot of people have asked me, is like, Billy Belford, why is he up against him? Now, Billy Belford has actually a really great Schmoebate record. He is actually sitting at 3-0 technically when it comes to Schmoebates, and do really excellent with debating. So it's gonna be really awesome to see him starting next week. Rachel Silvestrati and Danielle Ramirez coming in hot the following week. So I'm excited to see how that's gonna happen. I would love to see who you guys think will be winning as well. Now, again, I'm just going to double check real quick. Okay. Now, what's that? Oh, so I think Lucas is in there, right? In the brackets. I would have to double check. I don't have the IG brackets on hand, so I'll have to double check them out because I don't want to make any assumptions based on who's playing who initially. So I kind of want to have it out there ready to go, and so we can really dive into each and every match right now. But yeah. Is there going to be a loser tournament, Schmoebates? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I've never thought about that. But after, towards fall, towards the end of the year, I will be doing another tournament of sorts. That's a little bit different. So stay tuned for that, for sure. Okay. Roka wants to play. What do you? I'm not really sure what you mean. He does want to be involved. He does love being involved in the show. He only debated once on Schmoebates, but right now we're going to be pretty booked up with the tournament matches, for a while, because only winners are going to be able to participate. So, once that wraps up, who knows? We'll see. Okay. Well, I'm just going to double check again real fast. Okay, well, it looks like that's it. We don't have any Streamlabs in right now, but you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. You can catch me. I'm Alex Mack, part of the ReAction crew. Please like, subscribe, ring that itty bitty bell. We'd really appreciate that. And please leave a comment. For the love of God, please leave a comment. I will respond personally. I guarantee that. And yeah, I was like, please come and hang out with us more and make us part of your regular team here on YouTube and beyond. We're also available in podcast form anywhere podcasts are found: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, all good stuff. And in audio form for all of our Lady Science episodes, Schmoebaits, etc. So definitely, come check those out for sure. And we have a few questions real quick. Are you going to have a Damon on? The Damon's on. Yes, that's actually something we're actively working on. Actually, it's a work in progress. So we're supposed to have him on here in the next few weeks. I can't guarantee when, but I know it's supposed to happen. I believe. So, but yes. But I'll definitely I'll ask her, see just to kind of confirm it or deny it. Who knows? And maybe I could be completely wrong. Those things happen. But thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it.